Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of July. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like your story, then check your other placements. Your messages could be there. But if not, simply check back with me in the following week when I put up new messages for your sign. Sorry, I'm kind of looking at the cards, get lost in my thoughts. Four of Wisdom. At the heart of this reading is wanting to get something back for this energy. It's what I feel it is. Trying to get something back. It's about an offering. This person is trying to see a way, but there's a lot of negative thoughts. This could be a pattern for this person. They may feel that action of trying to get something back may feel threatening to them and makes a bunch of older fears perhaps resurface. Things that they thought they had taken care of that jump out of the dark. It's a very emotional place. We see the waves crashing, but there is a light we see here, and we'll talk about that. This is about somebody has a renewed interest in manifesting this connection or reconnecting. But now comes with the melodimantum, so this is about doing the right thing. This could be about a truth. Maybe there's something that they didn't tell you that they need to tell you to get it off their chest, because this can also be a card of burdens. They could be burdened by something that they did in the past. And this is why they're afraid. The Ace of Wands, and this person's praying to the divine, And I have another card that shows somebody praying again to the divine for a new opportunity, for a way. Because that's what they're seeking. You see, they could have, if this is them, they could have shut you out, tried to move away, but they can't. It's like one step forward, two steps back. So it's like they keep looking back. They keep looking back, and they're looking back perhaps at a decision that they made on a relationship. A decision, maybe they sat in judgment on something. Maybe this had to do with a new beginning in the past, and maybe they chose to end it. So maybe there's a pattern of behavior with this person for some, We see that the connection is still being felt. One moment. I have a message. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay. I had to get rid of it because it was kind of taking up half my screen. Okay. So this person felt as though they may have felt threatened. They may have felt like everything was against it, like there was this huge obstacle. There was a lot of confusion with the Seven of Chalices here about the connection, or that there is a lot of confusion, and maybe that's it, The obstacle appears to be, it feels like everything is against it. And maybe this is born of past experiences. What is real and what is false here? What is fantasy and what is illusion? This person wants to make the right choice. With the Two of Coins, they're going back and forth on it because they feel that everything here is against it. But they're missing this person. So it's like they could go from one extreme to another. They could be being very careful, you know. What else do we have here? I'm going to look here. It seems as though something happened in the past that frustrated them. They were very frustrated. They could have felt that you were not being totally honest, or that things were not quite as they appeared. But this person has a habit of negative thinking. Let's remember, and it's comes from, with Lucifer being here, these are old wounds never healed. But they are grieving. They are grieving over the loss of this relationship, even if they ended it themselves. And it's almost like when they ended it, it's kind of like, with what I see here, it's like, you know, I did it. I ended it. But then that victory is like really short-lived, you know. And they're almost immediately regretting having made it. Repressed emotions that surface. Things that were building, festering over time. And so it's almost like again, it's because this card is that card of saying, I did it, and it feels victorious, but it doesn't last long, because it's like a pattern with this ghost here. It's saying that what happened here is a negative pattern that is that's returned to that person's life. Okay, a thought pattern. I mean, it could be a person or a situation. In this case, we know it's in the mind, so it's a thought pattern. So there's recognition that needs to be had here to change this in order to progress. And so we must remember, for this person here, if they're watching, the ghost has already passed through your life, so it is familiar. Knowledge was gained. And so it would be asking you to use that knowledge to prevent this from happening again. Understand where it came from and try to fix the problem at the root. You know, awareness is the first step. And so what we have is somebody who has like a change of mind or a change of heart here with this Two of Winter. It's an indication that change is coming soon, and it might feel a kind of threatening or uncomfortable. And I feel that this is having to deal with certain or specific wounds. But decisions will need to be made. And the sooner this person adapts to these changes, the quicker it's going to be over. So not to push it off or set it aside, but to deal with it. Go get the problem at the root. And so you see you have this card here again sitting next to these, and it's a card telling you that, you know, not to wait for somebody to come and help you or them, okay, in this case. But if you're unhappy with your situation, then you need to get up and make the change. Help is available, but you need to take action on it. That's exactly what this card is saying. This person goes into the church to pray for help, and then they just sit down and wait. But there's help available right here. The crutch is right there, but they're choosing not to look at it. So, you know, don't delay. Choose to look at it is what they need to do, because this, in effect, opens things up. Okay, once this is done, there's a brand new opportunity here for this connection. This is a soulmate connection. So it may feel like everything was against it, because it always kept a pattern. You know, there was always that pattern. And little perhaps did they realize that it came from wounds perhaps within them that were left to fester, that never healed, or that they never addressed. You know, they just kind of tuck it away. The lighthouse. The lighthouse brings strength, stability. I mean, it stands tall and strong. It's survived the harshest weather. And it can seem to be enormous and domineering, but it also helps guide the way for others and leads people to safety. It's what is going to happen here. Its appearance here in the spread, especially sitting in this position at the heart, it represents a strong and powerful energy. This could be from within yourself or within them. Or it could be somebody that comes to assist them in some way. And this could very well be the hand of the divine stepping in here. Okay, because I have judgment sitting up here. This could be a sudden insight, a sudden awakening, a sudden, oh, I get it. I know what I need to do now. So, either way, this energy is dominant, but it is also resilient and it is stable. And it is important that whoever is in this energy, that they accept the lighthouse into their life, as there is a place and a purpose for it at this time. And we saw that previously in the reading. And so whomever this is, you must listen to the guidance or intuition offered, but also maintaining self-discipline and willpower during any challenges to come. Don't run from these challenges. Approach difficult decisions and choices, and gain confidence by accepting new knowledge and letting go of outdated ways of thinking that just no longer serve. And here we have, you see, looking back at the battle with regret. This is somebody whose wounds, look at all the experiences they've had. The wounds are not healed. He's got a bandage on his head. These wounds affect the challenges he faces and often cause him to become like this, take a stand, to cause damage, and not just to himself, but to others. And so he looks out over the kingdom. And he sees the way. He sees what's at the root. And in that awareness, it will take him to victory. A deep desire. A deep desire for a new beginning. A decision here. The information this person needs will come to them. And they come back in here. A new offer is made, and it is also picked up here on this card. Okay? So this is going to have that happy outcome, although right now, in the current moment, you don't see. But the lighthouse is going to lead you here. And work through the issues. This is the family that sticks together through thick and thin. So, here we see them here in the near future. They're still, like I said, this is taking time with that night of winter. So they're still in this phase of reflection. And what are they thinking about? They're thinking about seeking somebody's understanding, forgiveness, whatever this is. You see, it's what they think about. It's what's on their mind. The one thought, okay, forgiveness, understanding, and will you take me back? Or do I let this person back in? However this, plays out for this person. But they end up with this Two of Swords. This is a longing for someone, needing to make a decision. Yep. A temptation. there's like a feeling they get, it's almost like, and I feel like they're getting guided to reach out to somebody here for this new beginning. It's going to take strength and courage on their part, because they have to go back and face these open wounds and heal them. You know, they have to not face, but I mean, yeah, in a way, I mean, they got to kind of relive it. They got to relive it and realize that they are no longer that person. They're not the same person as they were back then, you know. And so they no longer feel that way. They've learned. They've grown. And so they replace it then with a positive thought here. Yeah. So this might take some time, but it's going to happen. So you're going to need to be patient with the night of winter. Patience is going to be required, but it is happening. It is happening, and I think whoever this is for, I feel like you probably would feel this. I have both the king and the queen of the same suit, so you are both in the upright, which is very positive also. But what's really important here is that we see the pentacle being offered by one hand. We see it being taken by the other. We know that you both come together here. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.